Hello, once again, I welcome you to this channel on practical cybersecurity. I'm running a series on Linux as a major tool in practical cybersecurity, and in this video, we are going to be looking at the cd command in the Linux terminal. I welcome you all. Please like, share, and comment, and also subscribe to this channel to help it reach as many as possible. In this video, we are going to be looking at the cd command and what it does. And what is the cd command? The cd command is simply change directory, and we are going to see this. I will open up our terminal, Ctrl Alt and T to get the terminal. After opening up the terminal, we look at the cd command. One thing I noticed about the cd command is that it does not have a manual page in Linux. And I can prove to you that by simply running man cd, and in the output it says no manual entry for cd. That means the cd command does not have a manual page in Linux, but we can try to ask for some help from the system by simply typing cd and help, and when we run for help, we can see some information given to us from the system, and you can read about this command by asking for help, and you see some switches you can run with this command. So the cd command is simply change directory. If we are in a certain directory, we navigate to another directory, either forward or backward. The beauty about the cd command is that as you're using it, you are playing around with dots, forward slashes, and the directory names, nothing more than that. And you can either move forward or backward depending on which directory you are working in. And we can first test or know in which location we are in by simply typing pwd. And as we type pwd, we are in this user's folder, we are in this user's directory. And if you are not sure of that, you can still go for more evidence by simply running ls. In this user's directory, we have these different subdirectories and files, but we want to move backward one step. And how do we do this? If we are in the user's directory and we want to go back to the home directory, because we saw that this user is in the home directory, so we want to move back to the home directory. How do we do that? We simply type cd a dot and a forward slash. You're telling Linux move back one step and stay in that directory. The first dot says move back one step, then another dot says remain in that directory, and we simply press enter. As you press enter, you see now we are in the home directory, because we've told Linux move one step backward, and after moving one step backward, stay in that directory. That is why we are in the home directory. And if we list the contents of this directory ls, we have one user. Like this, we have only one user. So we simply move one step backward, and we told Linux, as you move one step backward, stay in that directory, don't go further, stay in that directory. So we have moved backward. Can we move backward again? Yes, we can. How do we prove that? You see, as this home directory is being selected, it has a forward slash at its beginning. There is a forward slash, then home. That means this home directory is a subdirectory of another directory. That means we can still go backward by simply typing cd, move back one step, and stay in that directory. And you see, what can you see? We see here a single forward slash being selected. What does that mean? This means that we are now in the root directory. We cannot move further. So the Linux file system starts with the root directory and then subdirectories from the root directory. The root is the main directory upon which other subdirectories are created. So with this, we can type pwd and you see they bring one forward slash. That means we are in the root directory. We cannot move further again. We cannot move backward again. We can only stay at the root. That means when you type ls when you try listing the contents of the root directory, you will see the different directories and some few files in this directory that show that we are in the root directory by simply typing ls. And you see we have these different subdirectories and some file, the swap file. So we are in the root directory. So the root directory is the main directory upon which other subdirectories are created. As you can see, there are very many subdirectories. So we have moved backward. We've been moving backward, but we can also move forward. How do we do so? We can move forward by simply typing cd then /home, following the same pattern, cd/home, then we press enter. Now we are in the home directory. You can see in this home directory we can move forward again by simply typing cd. Then we can first of all list the contents of this home directory, and we have one user, or you can run ls-al to see if we have other hidden files, and we don't have any other hidden files. That means we are going to move into this directory we are having by simply typing cd then l39. You can press the tab key to autocomplete. Yes, it autocompletes. Then we press enter. Then you check where are we working in pwd. Now we are back to the users directory, and that is it. That is how we can move forward and backward. But we can also combine commands. You can combine steps, moving forward 2 steps or 1 step. How do we do this? We can move backward 2 steps. We know we were moving from the users directory to the home directory, then to the root directory. We're moving 3 steps. No, we're moving 2 steps from the users directory to the home, then to the root. But if you want to simply go to the root directory, you type cd / and enter. If you press enter at this point, you are automatically taken to the root directory. But we want to see how we can move from any directory we are in and go back some steps backward. We first know in which directory we are working in by simply typing pwd. We are in this users directory, but we want to move 2 steps backward. We don't want to type cd then / and we automatically are taken to the root directory. We want to see if you have very many subdirectories within one main directory, and you have a directory tree that has different steps of different subdirectories. How can we move some 2 steps backward? This is very simple. Remember earlier we typed cd ... and the /. We told Linux move 1 step backward and you stay in that directory. But here we are going to combine these two. We are going to tell Linux move 1 step backward, stay in that directory, then again move another step backward and stay in that directory. That is cd ... then you press enter. And as you can see, we have this / being selected in our terminal. This shows that we are now in the root directory. We are right here from the users directory to the root directory by simply moving 2 steps backward. How can we prove that we are in the root directory or we have moved 2 steps backward? You just simply type pwd or ls to list the contents, because contents can help you understand in which directory you are in. Now we are in the root directory and we have these different directories. How can we test these directories without entering these directories? Very simple. We can use the ls command we looked at earlier. You can simply type ls followed by the directory name, then you press enter. With the ls command followed by the directory name from the in the root environment, it gives us the contents of that directory. So these are different contents in this bin directory. There are very many subdirectories in the bin directory, but we have not moved away from our root folder. We are simply still in the root folder, but we have just simply used the ls command to list the contents of the bin directory without entering the bin directory. And that is it. We can also try something else. We can try something such as ls list the etc directory. These are the different files and subdirectories we have in the etc directory. As you can see, very many of them. There are very many, but we have just used the ls command. That is another way you can use the ls command. If you watch the earlier video about the ls command, it can simply help us know which directories or files are contained in a given directory without entering that directory. We can also type ls/home the user, then we enter. It lists, we are in the root directory, remember, but we have listed the contents of the user directory without entering the user's directory. But we can also navigate to the user's directory. We are in the root directory now, but we can also navigate to the user's directory by simply running cd. Then as we list the contents of the root directory ls, we have the home. We can now move to the, we can straight away move to the user's directory by simply typing cd, then / we are telling Linux move, go ahead, go forward, move ahead into the home directory. And as you reach the home directory, you also have to move forward into the user's directory, which is that one. If you want to stop here, you just press enter, and now you are in the user's directory. You see the prompt has changed. It has changed to show that we are in the user's directory. We can simply type pwd to show that we are in the user's directory. So we have used the cd command to move forward and backward. And this is how the cd command can be used to steer around your directories in your Linux environment. That is it all about the cd command. Thank you for being attentive. Please like, share, subscribe and comment. In the next video, we are going to look at the make directory command. How can we make directories in Linux? Thank you.